Evening guys, Jack Scarf here, Director of Scarf Property Solutions. Hope you're all having a really good week. And now the reason I'm doing this video is you may well have seen on the news or read somewhere about the changes in stamp duty. Well, just wanted to make you aware of what exactly is going on. But I want to start with what stamp duty actually is, which is a land tax paid normally when you're buying a UK property. So it's the land tax, but of course if you're buying a property, it's going to be on the land. So what are the main changes that you need to consider when we factor in what stamp duty is? Now, I've already gone over stamp duty before, so if you're subscribed, you're on my investors list at scarfpropertysolutions.co.uk, you'll already know that. You get these 2 vlogs a week, and you get 2 written blogs as well if you preferred reading to writing. So I don't want to cover that off too much, but I just want to mention what stamp duty is. Now, what are the changes that you may have seen? Now, reading the articles myself, and speaking to people in the industry that I respect, I can tell you that the changes are, or the main changes that you need to be aware of are, if you are a first-time buyer or you are a home mover buying a main home up to £500,000, you won't pay any stamp duty. Now this is going to save you a hell of a lot of money, because if you were a home mover previously and you were moving home from say £200,000 home to £500,000 home, it would have cost you £15,000. And now it's not going to cost you anything in stamp duty, which is great. First time buyer, you would have got the 300,000 free. That has now increased to 500,000. And I know a lot of you guys are property investors, so you'll already have a home. You'll be looking at buying an additional property, a buy to let that you want to rent out to someone. And the stamp duty for that part on 500,000 has gone in terms of the additional that you would have had to pay. So now you've got to pay 3% up to £500,000. So last week you were buying a buy to let worth £500,000. That would have cost you £30,000 in stamp duty. And now it's going to cost you £15,000. So still a massive chunk of money. I get that. But it's going to save you a hell of a lot too. So do the numbers and work out if that investment is now actually worthwhile. Now, I know a lot of you aren't in London in the southeast, so yeah, we're not going to buy it at £500,000. I get that. So if we look at figures a bit closer to home, if you were to buy a residential property, if you were moving home at £250,000, so let's say the property you live in now is worth £150 and you want to buy a property at £250, then that would have cost you £2,500 last week. Whereas now, it's not going to cost you anything in stamp duty, so it's going to save you £2,500. First time buyer, not the end of the world, because you had 300,000 free anyway, because of the recent or fairly recent changes on that. An investment property, a buy-to-let property, a second property, if you were buying at £250,000, would have cost you £10,000 in stamp duty last week. Now it's going to cost you £7,500. So again, a big chunk of change, I get that. But it's still £2,500 that's going to be in your pocket, and that difference could mean that the return on investment works, and it's the kind of property that you're going to buy and invest in. Now, when does this all go on till? 31st of March 2021. There's potential for it to extend beyond that because of house market and house price volatility. They're talking about it continuing potentially. Otherwise, there'd be a huge surge at the back end of March, and then April, no one will be buying and the prices will go through the floor. But all we've got to worry about for now is that it's actually going to make a really big difference to first-time buyers, home movers, and people buying an additional property. So I would factor that in. The government's doing it to try and stimulate the housing market, which holds the whole economy together and create more jobs in that industry as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've got some free value from that. What I'll do is in the comments below is I'll just put a link to one of the articles that I was reading earlier, which has about the old stamp duty and the new stamp duty. I won't waste too much time reading it because I've relayed the main information to you. I've not stirred up any interest a couple of days ago. I've just told you what's happened and how it might actually impact you when you're buying a property before the 31st of March 2021. But if you do have a specific property in mind, it might be worth clicking on that to see how the figures do stack up. So thanks a lot for your time. Do subscribe so you get these and they're available to you on YouTube, and also hit the notification bell and you'll get these videos before anyone else. Thanks a lot for your time. Have a good evening. Take care.